Hello everyone! I'm happy to give a speech today. As you know, to live happily together, we must abide the rules of the community. But even though we know it, why can't we do it well? So what more do we need to do? I've asked myself these questions and been thinking about them for many days. One day, I was listening to my favorite song, Love Myself. And suddenly I had this thought. Yes, if we truly love Kimcheon like loving ourselves, then should we fight with each other, violate a traffic signal, and should we throw away crushes? I think if we bear in mind that we all love Kimcheon, we'll be good citizens. A good citizen respect and help others. A good citizen abide the rules. Think about it. If we become good citizens, we'll be safe, no more fighting, and always clean and in order. So I like to spread the spirit, love Kimcheon like loving ourselves with other children. Because if we have this spirit from an early age, we'll grow up as a mature citizen. And in this process, children need the help of adults. So I like to ask adults for some favor. First, please tell children often how much you love Kimcheon. Second, please show and act as a mature citizen. Third, travel together with your children to wonderful places in Kimcheon, and please let them be proud of the city they live in. If we all make an effort together, we'll definitely live happily together. So let's love Kimcheon like loving ourselves. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone! It is a pleasure to be able to speak at this event hosted by the city of Kimcheon, where I live. Kindness, order, and cleanliness. These are the three goals of the Happy Together Kimcheon campaign. Today, I would like to talk about kindness. Last December, I moved into a new apartment, and I also had to move to a new school. On my first day, my heart pounded with fear at the thought of going into a new school where I didn't know anyone and everything was unfamiliar to me. However, my fear was unfounded. The new friends I met in class were very kind. They came up to me, introduced themselves, and told me where to put the supplies I had brought. During the break time, they came to where I was sitting and praised me. You write beautifully. You are cute and full of energy, they said. I was so happy, and they made me feel like a star. In March of this year, another new student came to our class. I went up to her and said, Hi, I know what it feels like to be new. Would you like to hang out together? My other friends joined us too, and we all had fun together. I was the first to talk to her, and over time, we became best friends. Kindness seems to be a magical power that creates friendships, turns fear into joy, and makes us smile. I am very proud of living in Kimcheon. For those of us seeking to bring more kindness into your lives, why don't you try saying hello first? Like me, I'm sure that you will encounter the love and smiles that I was fortunate enough to find. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone! Today, I would like to tell you about our hopeful future in Kimcheon. In 2015, I moved to Kimcheon because of my father's job. At that time, I was only 3 years old. What did I know about Kimcheon? But looking back, I remember two things very clearly. One is that we could come to Kimcheon using the KTX, which was the fastest, coolest, and the most gorgeous-looking train in the universe. I also remembered how kind everyone was. Wherever I went, the people of Kimcheon greeted me and took good care of me. 7 years have passed since, and we are watching Kimcheon change. Many people come through the Kimcheon Gumi station every day. and the nearby Gimcheon Innovation City has expanded. A suspension bridge and a zip line have been built at Buangdam, and a new Kim-ho-jung Road has been built near Yeonhaji. As Gimcheon grows and more people come to our city, it is important for every one of us to be responsible citizens. First, we should be kind to each other. This is basic etiquette, but also important for attracting people to our city. Second, we should assure public order to make people feel that Gimcheon is well developed, stable, and safe. And third, we should keep our city clean, because no one wants to visit a dirty city, especially during the pandemic. If we follow these basic rules, we can help our city become even greater. I hope we can work together to make a better future for Gimcheon. Thank you for listening.
Have you ever heard of plugging? It comes from the Swedish word plocka up, which means to clean, and jogging. In other words, it means picking up trash while jogging. On a TV show that I happened to watch, I saw a young child and her mother plugging together. I thought plugging looked like such a great activity, so I was hoping to do it as my mom and dad. One Sunday, my family and I tried together. I woke up early in the morning, grabbed a trash bag, gloves, and tongs, and went out. I walked along Yulgokchan and picked up trash with my family. I picked up empty soda cans, plastic bags, masks, cigarette butts as I saw them. All of a sudden, the trash bags were full. There was a lot of garbage that I couldn't pick up because I didn't have enough bags. I felt bad about that and I couldn't get it off my mind. I told my mom that we should bring more trash bags next time. On the way back, a lady who was exercising saw and approached me. She took out some candy from her pocket and gave it to me. She praised me for my hard work and she said that I was a good girl. I felt amazing, becoming a protector of the earth. Although my body was heavy with fatigue, I walked home with a light heart. It was a good day. I would love for you to consider the opportunities to stop and look around. Small yet consistent actions can save the planet. Let's clean up after ourselves and keep the environment clean, green, and healthy in spirit of Happy Together Gimcheon. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Do you know about the Happy Together Gimcheon movement? Does it sound difficult to do? It is actually really easy. Let me tell you about my experience with the Happy Together Gimcheon movement. And I have to share the meaning of it. Every morning, many people use the elevator to get out of the building where we live. Elevators are convenient tools and are placed with friends and neighbors. So, how can we practice the Happy Together Gimcheon movement in the elevators? First of all, we can give a kind and polite greeting. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, we have not been greeting each other often anymore. I think this is very sad. So, I took the courage to greet my neighbors and the friends that I met in the elevator. Like me, my little sister was next to me. Also, greet them in a cute voice. Hello! And then, everyone was able to start the day with a bright smile. Second, we can show consideration for other people. Elevators are used by many people, so you have to be considerate of your neighbors. Wait early for friends who are running late, and press the button for those who are carrying heavy luggage. These polite manners make us appreciate each other and make us feel good. What do you think, everyone? Does the Happy Together Gimcha movement still sound difficult? Otherwise, why don't you try it on your way home today? Say hello calmly and have good manners for each other. When our few small minds come together, we can make Gimcheon the happiest city in the world. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I am a young citizen of Gimcheon and I have a question for you all. What can we do to improve Gimcheon? Does anyone know? I have an answer. I hope that what I can say be of value to everyone. First, I would like to bring up the topic of cleanliness. I have a memory to share. One day, a friend and I were playing together in the park. We had some shiny blue and white balloons, and I made a small but thoughtless mistake. We let go of the balloons into the air without thinking what would happen afterwards. Later on, I asked myself, what will become of those balloons? Will they become rubbish once they come back down? I've decided to work on becoming a more mature citizen. Rubbish that is thrown away on the ground might end up in the water, the air, and even in the food that we eat. One can even get serious illness such as typhoid from polluted resources. This is why we need to keep Gimcheon clean. It is also important that we become more aware citizens of Gimcheon. This can be achieved if every person takes responsibility for themselves. We should be the people that help those around us too. We can set a standard for ourselves by educating and becoming more socially aware of what is right and what is wrong. We can affect the city for the better, one person at a time. Certainly, I will keep trying my best to look after the environment in the city around me by following the virtues I have mentioned. Cleanness, awareness, and the kindness and friendliness that comes from both. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Have you ever heard about Happy Together Gimcheon? What comes to your mind when you think of it? Gimcheon is a popular and historic city with fantastic sights such as Jigjiza Temple. At the same time, Gimcheon is a fabulous modern city, includes an innovation city with various public enterprises related in transportation, agriculture, energy, and etc. There are also many considerate citizens who effort to preserve, keep cleaning, and upbuild this city with fresh ideas. At first, innovative Dream Valley Gimcheon. Since 2016, I've been living in Gimcheon Innovation City named Gyeongbuk Dream Valley. At the beginning of this town, it was still under construction. But surprisingly, this town needs changing for a short period. It means there are many people who moved to here from other areas. This is important to understand, consider, and care for each other to go together. Gimcheon Football Club, Korea Expressway Corporation Volleyball Team, and so on. Therefore, many matches are played every season. Many spectators come to see the match, and especially many tourists visit Yeonhwaji to see a cherry blossom in spring. That's why Gimcheon citizens should be kind and keep the city clean. Because all of us are the representative of Gimcheon. Secondly, the power of participation. Gimcheon Swimming Pool, one of the championship stadiums in Korea, held an amateur swimming race before COVID-19. Many swimmers in Gimcheon could compete in this race. Unfortunately, my father had a chance to participate. My family attended to cheer on my father's challenge and other swimmers. All we got together and were happy together. I hope I could join this race as a swimmer some other day. Thirdly, the harmony of Gimcheon. I'm a member of Gimcheon Junior Orchestra as a violinist. This orchestra gives me a great opportunity to practice and perform with other instrument players from different schools and grades every Saturday. Gimcheon Cultural Arts Center is an amazing place
where I can play and collaborate with other instrument players, from following the conductor for beautiful harmony. This wonderful city consists of kind and passionate citizens of Kimcheon. I would like to be some sort about as well. Innovation, participation, and harmony. This word represents Kimcheon. This city is ongoing. Let's move together.
Hello everyone! I would like to share with you my valuable experience I received at the soccer stadium. I was impressed by the kindness of staff, orderly spectators, and a clean stadium. I enjoy playing soccer. My younger brothers and I play soccer every weekend. My dad is our coach. He teaches us how to play soccer. I also like to watch soccer on TV. Still, watching a soccer game on the playground is the most interesting and exciting. Do you know Kimcheon Sangmu Pro Soccer Club? It was founded in 1984 and the team moved from Sangju to Kimcheon in 2021. I really wanted to see Sangmu play soccer. My dad took me to Kimcheon Sports Complex to watch Sangmu's soccer game last year. Hooray! That was the first time I ever saw a soccer game at the stadium. I was very excited. When arriving at the stadium, I was surprised by its size. My dad told me some rules to keep at the stadium. The rules are as follows: waiting in line, using toilet cleanly, and putting trash in the garbage bin. I tried not to break the rules as my father said. By the way, it happened that my smart dad wandered around. He couldn't find our seats. I followed my father up and down the stands. "Oh, Dad, where are our seats?" I asked. "I'll find the seats soon. Just follow me," said my dad. "Oh, no!" Then a staff approached and asked us, "May I help you?" My dad showed our tickets to him. The staff guided us to our seats. Thank you so much." Didn't I thank him at the same time? I felt very grateful to him. The stands were clean. I was in a good mood. I wondered who would make the stands so clean and thanked them. My dad and I enjoyed the soccer game. I rooted for Sangmu enthusiastically and I was pleased to see the team win. Luckily, I got a 1,000,000 gift certificate in a promotion. So, I had a party with my friends and family. I'll remember it forever. I've become a fan of Sangmu and cheered for Sangmu since then. After the game, all the audience went out of the stadium in order. I was proud that there was a great stadium in Kimcheon. I was also proud of our mature citizens and well-behaved spectators. Sangmu fighting! Thank you, Dad. Happy to get a Kimcheon. Thank you for listening.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. M. You may think I'm a strange girl, but I'm a doctor. You may wonder what I'm talking about, right? From now on, I'll tell you why I'm a doctor. I have a special friend. The friend always gives me a lot of things. She doesn't want any reward from me. She treats you the same way. Sadly, however, she is in a lot of pain these days. Her wound is getting deeper and deeper. Her temperature is getting higher and higher. Please listen carefully. Can't you hear her groaning? In fact, she has been sending us signals that she is sick. Every time I get her signal, I feel sick. That's why I decided to look after her. The friend I've taken care of is the earth we live on. I treat her with all my heart every day. Then you may be curious how I treat her. It's not difficult. Most of you have already practiced it. It's just to recycle things. You may have heard about it so many times. However, it's no use practicing. Here are some things I practiced. First, I carry my tumbler to school. Second, I share my small clothes and shoes with my neighbors. Finally, I do not throw away the trash. That's virtually nothing, right? That is so easy. The reason why I can say I'm a doctor confidently, it's a secret, because I live in Kimcheon. To tell the truth, Kimcheon City has already implemented environment politics. It's because I'm a citizen of Kimcheon. And not only me, but also you are doctors. Now it's time for all of us to put a stethoscope on the Earth's heart. Then let's listen to the sound of a heartbeat. Dr. Dr. Yu, Dr. Kim, Dr. Chan, all of us are doctors. Shall we learn until the day when Kimcheon's pan-season movement spreads all over the world and everyone become the Earth's doctor? It's not too late. Let's together Kimcheon. Happy together Kimcheon. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I was born in Kimcheon and I've lived in this city for more than 10 years now. Kimcheon is not only my father's, but my grandparents' hometown as well. So I heard many stories about Kimcheon from my father and grandparents. At the school, I have learned the history and the environment of Kimcheon. But what I'm going to tell you is not the story that I learned from them all at school. What I'd like to share with you is my own experience as a citizen of Kimcheon. Last year, my parents suggested me to join a volunteer club. The club's activities were mainly related to improving the environment of Kimcheon, such as cleaning the streets and protecting natural environments. One day, I participated in the urban regeneration project of Pyeonghwadong and Namsandong. The project was to clean up the area and paint old walls and telephone poles in pretty colors. And I set foot in those alleys. I doubted I could change anything with just a brush and paint. For hours, it was a hard task to clear the alley and paint all the way to the top of the pole with a large brush. However, after many people worked hard to clean and paint, the dirty alley turned to a completely different place. I was surprised to see the remarkable change. I just had fun drawing and coloring, but the end turned to a beautiful one. I saw the results. I felt happy rather than tired. As a citizen of Kimcheon, I was so proud I did my part to make my hometown clean. I realized the fact that the happiness and joy I felt was the greatest reward of all. We need change to make our city a good place to live in. I think Happy Together Kimcheon movement is the beginning of that change. I also want to play a small role in that change. I can pick up trash on the way to school, not a big action. But I believe the great thing starts from small beginnings. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone! I have an important question. What do you think about Kimcheon City? I think Kimcheon is really clean and Kimcheon citizens are kind and maintain public order. Furthermore, I want to tell you about some experiences I've had which have led me to my opinion of Kimcheon. Firstly, have you ever seen litter thrown on the street? I have not seen people who litter. There are also many trash cans on the street. So we can throw our trash away easily into the trash cans. Also, there are many parks in Gimcheon. Lots of parks in Gimcheon are really good. People don't leave trash around, so people can rest in the park peacefully. Cleanliness helps people live in a clean environment and can keep our bodies healthy. Secondly, I would like to introduce to you a few heartwarming examples of my experience in Gimcheon. A few days ago, I went to Yeonhaji to see the cherry blossoms. There are many cars, but we could easily find parking and had a good time because there are police officers that are maintaining order. So I could walk around and peacefully enjoy nature and the blossoms. Also, I take a bus to my academy every day. When I was on the bus, many people were there, and someone gave their seat to an old woman. If we keep public order, people can live safely and comfortably, keeping other people in our thoughts. Let me share a few more everyday heartwarming experiences. One day, when I was walking on the street, a girl dropped something, but she didn't realize it. At that moment, another child picked up her things and gave them back to her. When I don't know how to get to an apartment, I ask other citizens in Gimcheon, and they always help me find a way. Kindness makes people feel happy, and it is the first step to make good personal relationships with another person. Lastly, when I was infected with COVID-19, the health center gave me food for free. If someone was infected with COVID-19 and didn't have any food at home, it would be extremely helpful for them. This shows that the city of Gimcheon is really kind and thinks about their people with a sincere heart. If people are not kind to their fellow citizens, then maybe people will hate each other and we won't hear the sound of laughing anywhere. Truly, Gimcheon citizens try to make a good city to live in. I am happy to live here in Gimcheon with all the kind and happy citizens. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm a student who was born and grew up in Happy Together Gimcheon. Gimcheon, where I live, is one of the small cities in Korea. However, it is characterized by various cultures, sports, and agricultural products, and wherever you go, you will see well-organized streets and beautiful parks. In our neighborhood, there are many parks where children are learning, playing, and having fun memories. One day, I was walking down the Jikji stream with my friends after school, and we were eating snacks, talking to each other. We saw that many people were taking pictures with the background of cherry blossoms, saying cheese, and some of the seniors who were wearing yellow vests were picking up the litters with tongues in their hands and making the streets clean along the stream. Those seniors were walking by us saying, "It's a wonderful day and the flowers are adorable," smiling on their face. We responded, "Yes," but I felt ashamed and sorry for something, because I sometimes used to leave the trash where I was after drinking and eating. I didn't realize someone cleaned up the trash I threw away. I just thought it was clean as always. The reason why the streets were always clean is there are people doing service for the welfare for their neighbors. Thanks to their helping hand, when a lot of people visit here, they come and go with good impressions about Gimcheon. I made up my mind to add my little help to change my town. One evening, my family was walking along the stream enjoying cherry blossoms. My little sister and I, trying to catch the flying petals of the flowers, sticking out our hands. At that moment, an empty snack bag caught my eyes on the grass. In the ordinary way, I perhaps ignored it, but that night I picked it up and put it in the trash can. I felt very proud of myself about what I did. From now on, I will try to give a hand to make our neighborhood tidy. I hope many people agree to make this city a good place. I think small efforts make a big difference. Let's try to make happy together, Kimcheon. I appreciate listening to me. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I heard about the Happy Together movement in Gimcheon, and I think it's a wonderful idea. Gimcheon is a really good city. The Happy Together movement aims to make our city Korea's kindest city. I'm particularly interested in social awareness and consideration. Actually, I realized that I already tried and experienced some of the things the Happy Together movement suggests. Today, I would like to share with you my experience of Gimcheon's kindness, order, and cleanliness. First of all, kindness. I always try to be kind to my neighbors. When I see them in my apartment building, I greet them first, as this is kind and good manners too. Secondly, order. I try to help make an orderly society. In particular, I am very careful when I'm near a road. I never jaywalk. I always cross the road at crossing. And when I'm in a car, I always wear my seatbelt. Other people keep order too. Recently, a new traffic light has appeared in front of the school. I think it's so convenient that my friends can cross diagonally when the cars are moving slower than before. And all the cars stop at the intersection. I think it's a very safe idea to put these facilities on roads with lots of students. Also, drivers seem to be more careful than before. I asked my father, and he said the law changed so that cars would go slowly. It seems that Gimcheon has become safer because many people keep order and protect children and students thanks to traffic light. Thirdly, cleanliness. We all want to live in a clean and tidy city. So whenever I've eaten or drunk anything outside, I take my trash home with me or throw it away in a trash can in the store. I never drop litter on the street. I've seen other people like this in Gimcheon. I'm very interested in sports, so I watch volleyball and soccer games in person. If you go to the Gimcheon Sangmu football team and the Korea Expressway Women's Volleyball Club, the games are fun, the support is exciting, and the food truck food is so delicious. After the game, I can feel a major sense of citizenship by watching them clear up the garbage left from chewing toad. Gimcheon is a city with very good sports facilities. If many people use facilities like this, I think more people be able to enjoy sports like me in the future. I think the Happy Together movement is a great idea, as it will make Gimcheon a better place for all of us. Most of all, social awareness and consideration are important for our society. Gimcheon is still a small city unfamiliar to many people. However, I am sure there will be a city that will be remembered by many people if it has clean facilities to enjoy many sports games, has safer roads than any other city, and has kind citizens. Would you like to join a campaign for kindness, order, and cleanliness? Let's do our best. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I'm here today to talk about some reasons why we need mature civil awareness, such as kindness, order, and hygiene in our city. We all know that these are very important, but why? I'm pretty sure we can all agree that these are essential parts of our lives. However, we never really stop to think about the value and the influence that they have as we go through our day-to-day lives. So let me take this time to explain to you all why they are such vital parts of our lives. First and foremost, let me talk about the value of kindness. More specifically, why we should treat others with respect and compassion. Quite frankly, I'm not really sure what true kindness is or if I even treat others kindly enough. But one thing I'm certain about is that our society is in dire need of more kindness and care for one another. We often hear about crimes within a city, let alone between neighbors nowadays. And I firmly believe that fights or even murders between neighbors or the lonely death of elderly people or a person of any age living alone, which we often hear about in the news, could be due to the lack of social tolerance and kindness. We can be so caught up with our own lives that we often forget to look around and take care of those who are around us. However, if we took the time and were a little warmer to each other, rather than resorting to violence or indifference, we could resolve the problems through conversation and reach out to people who are often overlooked in our society. Therefore, I believe just a bit more warmth and cordiality from everyone can make all the difference in our community. They say, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. It would be much more meaningful if it could create a community where everyone feels a great sense of belongingness. For the next, let's find out how order is contributing to our community. Let me tell you about my experience. When I was in elementary school, there was a traffic accident in my neighborhood. And it happened because a girl crossed the road on a bicycle very quickly without looking both ways before crossing the street and got hit by a car. Fortunately, it was only a minor accident and no one was seriously hurt, but the fact that it all happened around me was quite shocking to me as a child. So my question is, would this ever have happened if the girl and the driver had followed the traffic rules? According to traffic accident analysis system, accidents caused by people not following the traffic rules account for more than half of the total traffic accidents. Hence, adhering to rules and obeying the law creates a safer environment for everyone in our city. Then, what else could make a better city for us? I would say it's the hygiene of that place. When I walk down the street, I sometimes meet all types of garbage, from sandwich wrappers lying on a bench to plastic bottles rolling dangerously on a dry road. And a lot of people, including myself, get to automatically frown from seeing these things. And this is not everything. A few days ago, I met some students from another city walking around my town, and they found a cup ramen that someone threw away on the street with its contents splashed all over the place, saying, "Ugh, trash," with frowned faces. And when I saw this, I was extremely embarrassed and wanted to blame the person who did it. And this was because it's the kind of reputation that others could get from our city. This kind of unsanitary environment is not only bad to look at, but it can also tarnish the image of Kimcheon because it represents the level of civic consciousness in our city. So let's stop thinking it's just me, and let's start making thoughtful Kimcheon together. Today, we have talked about why we need mature civil awareness and how it leads to the happier Kimcheon. First of all, I discussed the effects of kindness, then I told you about the importance of order through my experience. And lastly, I explained why we need hygiene in our city. There is a saying that little drops make the mighty ocean. I believe that everyday kindness for each other, maintenance of order, and clean hygiene for every single person will eventually bring about a big change in our Kimcheon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here today to talk about Kimcheon's campaign called Happy Together Kimcheon. More specifically, I would like to take this time to talk to you about kindness, order, and cleanliness in our community. In Kimcheon, I believe that the citizens have a very high consciousness of civil duty, and we often see our neighbors practice these virtues. From now on, I will introduce my experience of citizens, kindness, order, and cleanliness, and also I would like to talk about the reason why we should have a mature sense of civic duty. First of all, every day I often meet people who are kind and considerate. When I ride the elevator in the morning to go to school, my neighbors and I always greet each other, and sometimes we even share what is going on in our lives even in the short time. This gives us a chance to get to know our neighbors as well as catch up with neighbors that I have known for some time. It is not so hard to say hi to those around you. Greeting your neighbor is a simple act that shows kindness, and it can make a huge difference in the neighborhood. Some people might be having a bad day, or some people might be going through some hardships, but if you reach out and simply ask how their day is going, their day might be brightened simply because of it. For example, thinking from the perspective of people who are new to the neighborhood, they might feel good with seeing Gimcheon citizens are polite, welcoming, and hospitable. It was one of the first things that I noticed too when I moved here. I noticed how welcoming and kind everyone was to each other, and it is a very valuable attribute of our city. Next, in terms of order, I experienced orderliness during the pandemic. During the hectic time of COVID-19, life was very lonely and scary. It was the first time for the nation as well as our city to deal with a global pandemic. I was not sure as to how to go about it. However, despite the confusion, the city provided the citizens with a lot of useful information and direction as to how to handle the problem if we were to get infected. Also, the testing center for COVID-19 at Gimcheon Public Health Center was very well organized. As I had also been there to get tested, I saw rows of people and also cars waiting in line, obeying the directions and all wearing a mask. The healthcare officials were very helpful, and the people who were waiting to get tested observed directions given by the officials in good spirit. At such hectic time, practicing order was probably not so easy and required a lot of effort and practice, yet Gimcheon showed much a sense of civil awareness. Now, the last thing I'd like to talk about is cleanliness. The good example of city's cleanliness is Nakdonggang. For this example, everyone who lives near it puts in lots of time and effort to keep river clean and to preserve the area and its wildlife. This provides us with a great scenery as well as great places to visit with our families on the weekend. As I grew up here, I believe that it is very important for each individual to be aware of the important areas and wildlife in our city. If everyone takes part in keeping our city clean, we will be able to create a sustainable city, not just for ourselves, but our future generations to come. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my speech.
Hello, I'm happy to participate in Happy Together Gimcheon English Speech Contest. The theme of the contest is kindness, cleanness, and order. I'm going to talk about cleanness because cleanness is deeply related to the Earth's environment. I sometimes hear from the media that our environment is deteriorating. I read it in a newsletter. It has been getting harder since about 20 years before I was born in Korea. In Korea, it's over 30 degrees for the half year. 4 seasons are gone and there are only dry and rainy seasons. In other words, spring and fall are missing. As you know, forest fire broke out Samcheok and Gangneung, Gangwon-do last winter. Not only on the Korean peninsula, but also in the US, Australia, Africa, and Siberia, the forest fires are happening more frequently than before. According to this newsletter, the reason why the earth is sick is not because of natural phenomena, but because of humans' reckless greed. Humans are destroying it more and more continuously and aggressively than ever before. April 22nd, that month was Earth Day. However, many people, including myself, would have passed by without any consciousness. How anxious is the burning earth? I'm confessed that I'm also responsible for the global warming. Last summer vacation, I ran 2 kilometers a day to build up my physical strength. I left home at 6:30 a.m. in my sportswear. The morning air was always fresh, the road was quiet, the park was clean. I've known that the fresh air and the clean park were natural until now. In short, I have taken the health of the earth for granted. There was something that broke my unconsciousness. Whenever I went out to exercise in the morning, I saw some cleaners cleaning up the garbage on the streets. I feel guilty that the cleaners cleaned up the ice cream bag that I threw away on my way home from school. Since that, whenever I met them, I said, "Hello, good morning," and they also answered, "Yes, good morning." I felt better and sped up my running. I realized that the clean street and park I go on were all thanks to their cleaning it down every day, and the fresh air was all thanks to the Glover. But if the earth burns, it will also affect to Kimcheon. So, what should we do? Here are some tips to solve global warming from a newsletter. BMW, bus, metro, walking movement. Using a tumbler instead of disposable cup. Donating all books, all things, and all clothes. In addition, there are endless ways we can protect the earth in our daily lives. Increasing the air conditioner temperature, 1.5 can reduce greenhouse emission by 1 ton. If you turn off the water when you brush your teeth, you can save 40 liters of water. More uncomfortable we are, the faster we recover. Thank you for attention.
I'm now living in Gimcheon. I transferred here last year in December. While living for 5 months, I felt Gimcheon is a lovely city because there are many places where the training environment is well maintained, especially the Jikji River. I can see many birds there. When I go to school, I can see small ducks finding their food. I saw them putting their head into the water and getting fish. Sometimes watching the ducks makes my feet walk slower. After school, most of the birds have already gone to other places. One day, I saw something that shouldn't be there. It was garbage. I looked at the river closely, seeing the hidden garbage. The river was full of plastic bags and cups. After seeing those garbage, I felt sorry for the birds and fish that live in the water full of plastic. Sometimes when I walk by the streets, I often see people ignore the trash on the road. I even see people throwing garbage on the street. Some people think throwing a piece of junk wouldn't be a big deal, or they make excuses, like they don't have time to clean it up. But we need to remember that little things are what matter the most. So I want to do the things I can, even if they're small, like throwing the trash in the proper place, or picking up the garbage on the road. I wanted to try, so I made a plan to pick up some garbage on the street. So I brought my broom, dustpan, and a plastic bag by myself, and I cleaned up the trash around my apartment. At first, it was going well, but a few days later, I could see myself making excuses as other people do. But I am still trying to pick up trash little by little. Even though people may not notice my effort, still, I feel I'm doing my best. I encourage my friends to try picking up some trash. Their reaction was not the reaction I expected. Anyway, I was proud of myself for telling my friends what I am trying these days for clean Gimcheon. I hope other people will know that it is possible to make a city clean, and that cleanliness is important. I heard from someone that taking care of yourself means taking care of your environment. If you reverse this word, it will be taking care of your environment means taking care of yourself. I wish this word will help you understand how cleanliness is important. Thank you.
Why do we need kindness, cleanliness, and order? And how do we practice these things in our lives? I think we should learn from experience to practice kindness, cleanliness, and order. We meet many people in our lives, give help to each other, and I think kindness is the most necessary thing at this time. I also have experiences of being kind or receiving, and these experiences have made me who I am today. I was lost when I was young. At the time, an old lady asked me why I cried warmly and helped me find my mom. I don't remember in detail because I was young, but I stopped crying when she hugged me tightly. Still, sometimes my mom talks about it after I hurt her feeling and scolded me. Thanks to the lady, I can be who I am right now with my mom. So, when you see someone in need, you tell them not to go far. One day, on my way home from school, I saw an old man who was pulling a cart with a lot of glass bottles. He was stuck at a speed bump and couldn't go forward with his cart. He looked hurt, so I pushed him slightly from the back, and he was so thankful. He smiled brightly and took out a bottle of yogurt from a black plastic bag. His smile made me happy, and I was proud that I became a precious person. And through the experience, I could feel that the small efforts of the kind person can be great help to the recipient. Second, there must be order so that we can live a safe and normal life in society. Order, traffic safety, law, and so on are all order. Educational order learned from early age seems to help society maintain well. When I went to elementary school, thanks to the aunts and uncles who helped me keep the traffic order well, the probability of accidents seemed to be reduced and more children tried to keep order. There was a time when I almost got into an accident while crossing the crosswalk. When the traffic order lady let the car stop and I could not get hurt. Then she told me in detail what to be careful about when crossing the street, which was helpful in situations where I had to cross the road after that. From my experience, order seems to be an important part of ensuring that society is safe. Finally, Kimcheon should be a clean city. My house is located in Danro, and there are many cigarette butts around house. At first, my yard was messy, so I started to pick them up. But as I expanded the scope of picking up trash little by little, I am now cleaning with the joy at the thought of cleaning my neighborhood. To be honest, I hate it because my body's hard and my hands smell when I clean. But I feel good when I see a village that has become clean after cleaning. And since cleaning around the house, I have been grateful to the cleaning staff. We experience a lot of things in the community. Like I did, I want others to realize that they live together through experience in their lives. And that we have to work our own to do so. And I believe that if we have many opportunities to learn such experiences and practice kindness, cleanliness, and order, we'll be able to live in Kimcheon together. Thank you.